don't care what anybody says. For a relationship to be good and healthy and happy and in love, okay, the man has to love the woman more. And I will not be taking notes on this. I won't be elaborating. There will be no discussion because it is a fact. He also needs to be a little bit scared of her.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy F. Flossy. Let you know what's up or what's going down. Go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. So this has been a debate on the internet for a while now. Because we know in relationships, even though two people could love each other with all their heart, someone's gonna have a little bit more higher, you know? It's never really 50-50 on the dot. Maybe 60-40, 55-45. Someone's gonna have a little bit more higher, you know? One person may call just a little more, you know? Be concerned if the relationship goes bad just a little more. Some people refer to it as, someone loves more, or someone's adores more. However you want to put it, you feel me? And I often see women argue online, saying that the only way a relationship could thrive and be healthy for a long period of time is if the man is more obsessed with her than she is with him. And, their grandmother always said, make sure you find a man that loves you more than you love him.
It's funny because I used to hear this all the time from women who had a lot of wisdom that would say, you need to marry a man that loves you more than you love him.
I wholeheartedly believe that the man has to love the woman more for it to be a good and healthy relationship. And
Okay, I'm gonna start crying, and I'm actually crying because I had a conversation with my grandma, and she was like 90 years old, and she was crying when she was telling me this. But she said, don't look for a guy who's like, like really good looking, or the Fortune, CEO, whatever, like the typical finance F boy, whatever. She's like, just go for a guy who is an honest, average person and loves you more. And that's what she said.
And I'm here to say I strongly disagree. And I'm not just being biased because I'm a man myself, but we got to remember the wise woman such as her grandmother giving this advice came from a completely different time. They came from a time before Instagram, before Hinge, before dating was looked at like you're shopping on Amazon. A time before breaking up your family and leaving your husband wasn't encouraged as it is today. Divorce wasn't incentivized. There was still shame behind it. You feel me? Now it's like, yo, you not happy, girl? Leave him. What? He didn't mow the grass? Leave him. You want to go fulfill your needs and find yourself even though he didn't do nothing wrong? Leave him. And she gonna take half of your shit. Which is why, according to multiple studies, 70% of divorces are initiated by women. And it ups to 90% for college educated women. Now, I'm just reading it, right? I'm just reading what they saying. You feel me? That's what they saying, man. All right? And I say all this to be like, yo, when a woman says this, the man should love her more. He needs to be obsessed with her. It seems to be more about ego and having control, because we all know they say in relationships, whoever cares the least has the most control. They're coming from a place of not knowing how much they've evolved into something different in comparison to women back in the day. You think in 1950, grandma's gonna see a clean-cut man, good character, earns a good solid $10 a day getting that money in 1950, right? And she gonna turn him down because he gave her the ick because he wears brown shoes instead of black? No, they wasn't doing that. they wasn't doing that, son. That is some today shit. Back in the day, grandpa could be like, yo, I want to love you for life, write her love letters every day, share a milkshake or two at the local diner, take her for a ride in the back of his bicycle, and he'd be considered Romeo. She'd be like, he's so romantic. Oh, Harold, he's so romantic. Now, I don't know whether it's because generational trauma, I don't know, but yo, that kind of stuff he'd be lame today. You know what I'm saying? It'd be corny. Of course, maybe not to every woman, but enough.
Do you have a type?
I like guys that don't like me. And when they start liking me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them. And it's really like really sad. It's weird. But unless I really, really, really like them, then I'll still like them. But I like when guys like act like they don't like me and don't act interested in, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, come on, man. Really? Come on. For a relationship today to survive and thrive, it is vital for the woman's emotions to be aroused by that man. Because a woman will prioritize how she feels about you. It don't matter how you feel about her. If you could want her, love her to death. If she not feeling you, if the feeling is not mutual, she's more inclined to walk away. Like, I'm gonna play this story I came across on TikTok of this woman talking about how her date went.
So I went on a date tonight, and he was somebody that I met off the apps. Cool guy. We had a good conversation the other night for like an hour and a half. He had good pictures. He looked good, fit, homeowner, all the good things. And then tonight we met up for a drink because I unexpectedly got off work early, which never happens, especially on a Saturday night. It's always super busy, but I got off early. And I was like, you know what? Let's bump our date from Sunday to tonight because I never have a Saturday night off. I don't have my kids. Work is slow, so I can leave. I'm already ready. I'm just going to throw on something and go. So I meet up with him at like a brewery, like 25 minutes from my house because it's first meeting. I want to be safe and like drive myself. And I meet up with him, and immediately I wasn't attracted to him. Not because he was a catfish. He was very fit. He looked just like his photos. I just didn't feel that spark. I didn't feel that chemistry, that attraction.
Look at that over before it started. And according to her, he had all the right things. She said homeowner, in shape, yada, yada. He wasn't catfishing, but she didn't have that feeling. She said almost instantly. The story is pretty lengthy. I'm going to fast forward to a part I want you to hear. But, in a nutshell, she said she's seen a couple red flags or whatever. But for the most part, he was a real good guy. He looked like his pictures and, all that. But I want you to hear this part.
Okay, so I sent him a text and I just said something along the lines of like, I didn't feel the connection I was looking for, but like I wish him the best and he's great and I had a good time, but I just didn't feel what I was supposed to feel. And he just put, I totally understand and I respect the clarity and transparency, and yeah. He wasn't for me. And I knew that almost right away, but I wanted to make sure. And the conversation continued, but it didn't get any better for me. Not that he wasn't a good person. He just wasn't the person for me, and that's okay. And I'm just going to continue my journey of dating and see what happens.
So yeah, hey, she's entitled to, turn down that man for whatever reason. She doesn't have to continue seeing him. But that's not what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about is how her feelings for him trumps everything. Because let me tell you something, man. You think a dude is going to meet an attractive woman that's kind, supportive, completely into him. One day he's just going to be like, yo, I don't feel the spark anymore and leave her. Men just don't be doing that. And if it ever happened, it is very, very rare. We'd be way more logical with it. No matter how many options we have, we're still going to be cognizant of the woman that really loves us, loves me for me. So it is very important for that woman to be completely into him because she is more inclined to leave if her feelings change. And the way things go now, like, feelings are very fickle. All right? Plus, women are going to have way more options and opportunities thrown at them than most men. So, that's why I'm at with it. It's my opinion. But let me know what y'all think about this. Always love reading your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you have a beautiful day. Till next time, baby, I'm out.